What's up guys, So here, and today I have a Wild Rift ranked gameplay for you guys. This is actually in Platinum Diamond ranked, and I think this is, Platinum and Emerald rank. I'm quite sure this is basically low, maybe mid-elo. Obviously, haven't played too many so far this season. I have a few ups and downs, really getting my engine walled up again, since I don't really play too much after hitting Emerald last season. But here we are, and I'm playing Galio in mid. I'm playing a duo with my friend Urats. He's playing jungle, and then you'll be wondering, actually, why am I playing not jungle really? And mainly is because, you know, my jungling is more suited for mid tier. I like to engage, I like to play with ganks, and it doesn't really suit the type of playstyle within this type of lower elo really, because people don't really help you, and when I gank and then they don't help, and I expect them to help, so we end up losing. So I've just decided to give jungle to my friend, who is basically, he can play a few roles. Jungle is one of them, but he's definitely not very the most proficient at it. So anyway, obviously in my case, I'm also not the most proficient at it as well. Here Rylai does shove the wave a little bit faster, but this is my opportunity to tank the wave a little bit and you know, send the wave in. I took Aery in this game, so you can see that I can spend most of my time poking. A lot of builds for Galio actually go for electrocute, and I think there's some worthiness for that. But in the lane against Aesol, I don't really have a chance to land too many consecutive hits or abilities or auto attacks basically. Anyway, that's what I think. If there's any other comments on this, you can feel free to let me know, because I'm not the best mid player. But anyway, we see that our team is engaged here. We saw the Kazakhs, right? I do get the first blood here, and good grounded by the Singed, and we do get 2. So this is a very good rotation by Singed as well as my jungler Urats, who actually went for it, and I just followed up. So we were able to get that one pretty easy, 3 versus 2, and Aery was just stuck in this lane. That's basically the difference. So I'm almost level 5. I have, you know, all the buffs. I'm just gonna clean up this one. I know that Kazi is gonna go for it, and I'm level 5 now. I want to try and distract him really, but my jungler is like, yeah, he told me that he just wanted to take his blue, so just let him do it. So I think at this little bit of juncture, I can explain a little bit about composition. That's a very huge star. I should dodge the stun. So our composition is kind of strange. Obviously, our team already got killed over there. There was an engage onto our Lucian. I was considering whether I would use my ult, but my jungle wasn't there, so it would be probably a waste. So I land my combo onto the Ionian. So obviously, because I don't have electrocute, I don't do damage to that much. I do more of poke, really. So Xin Zhao has just come around. We saw the Kha'Zix, so we try to get him. Kha'Zix immediately turned back. He does have a sweeping lens already activated, and there's this vision thing in the river. I kind of forgot what it's called really. Anyway, back to the composition really. So I saw that they went for Alistar, they went for Ezreal. Our first pick was, I believe, a Singed, which is kind of interesting. So we had a Singed, they went for Alistar and Ezreal, very strong picks. And after that we followed up with Lucian and Nami. And then they had a Kha'Zix as well as Malphite come up. Or I think it was the Malphite as well as Aery, something like that. Anyway, I saw the Aery, so Galio was just kind of an obvious choice, and our team went for Nami and Xin Zhao, so I had to round it off with the Galio, basically. So we do have a more tanky frontline. Obviously, Xin Zhao is also very good in this composition because he is very tanky as well. So we saw that the Aery just recalled, so we're like looking to start it out. I didn't notice the Kha'Zix there. It's just gonna start out the dragon. Our team is a little bit late to the fight. A lot of people coming out. Sensible choice for us to back out really. I got a shield up. looking for the opportunity to go. Xin Zhao actually walked all the way to the other side. Not the best thing. Kazi's got the thing on. We got a taunt. We land on the Alistar really. It's not really too great. I just land in. Someone's really low Alistar. He just managed to jump out. We managed to defend. We do get the Malphite first, since he's building AP. Take a lot of damage from the Aery Soul, who has Conqueror already. I'm eating a lot of damage. And Xin Zhao continues to charge forward. The Aery Soul has been chased all the way back. I can't really help. I do manage to snipe the Alistar in the corner. And Nami just managed to stay alive. So here I actually made a call to continue. I managed to land a flicker. So it was a very interesting interaction. I unfortunately traded my life here. I told Xin Zhao we could probably do it. It kind of turned out not to be the best call. Obviously we still have a, you know, this pit is still warded, and then there's this division here. And then that pathing is just weird. He could have just walked off to Nami. It's not the best. His jungle is not his main role, so yeah, it's not too great. And then after that, he got kind of angry, to be honest. And I wouldn't really blame him, but you know, it's kind of gone when your team is just angry like that. So we can't even take this at all. Just try to do something to it, really. But they do get a dragon for that. It's not a great trade for us. We're still slightly ahead in terms of kills, in terms of gold, but they do get one permanent buff there. Not the best. Xin has been doing alright though. He's been pushing. He's almost got the tower ready. And the whole team is really going to win. I considered setting up for him, but he looks like he has used his ultimate as well. And he's been chased by a lot of people, so I just didn't do it, really. We saw that Alistar was coming around the corner, trying to kill this Alistar. You can see how difficult it is to kill this guy, especially since he activates his ultimate. We're still gonna get it in the end, but during that time, wow, he's almost unkillable. And with that, we can actually go for the Herald, really, because they have lost their front line, really. But my team, Xin Zhao is like, my friend is literally just fucking pissed with me, and he just like, fuck you, I'm not listening to your calls. I was like, okay, sure. I'm just gonna farm that. So just a little bit of note for everyone, because I mainly play jungle really. That's a great follow-up. Obviously the Xin Zhao went in, and just gonna jump in as well. Ignite onto the Malphite, double ignite really. So we do get a kill. ASOS arrived as well. We wanted to take the tower really. It's a huge stun, but we can actually continue as well. And here comes the engage. Alistar managed a 3-man knockup. That's pretty insane. I'm trying to go for the tower. Managed to land a tower as well. There's no minions, but we should get a tower. And Xin Zhao wants to get it, and he does. So we get the first tower, which is great, which means the Rift was rendered kind of useless now, for the most part, except for a distraction, so it's not too valuable really. Trying to back out here, no idea I was sitting on a wall, and Kazi just jumped in. I had flash available, I didn't flash because I knew I was dead, so there's no point trying to go for it. So yeah, so once again we lost another objective. That was kind of bad, to be honest. It kind of sucks also. We should have just already caught in the same spot. I just wanted to take a last hit. A little bit greedy from my side. Yep. This is a good engage by the Singe really. And he stole the Rift Herald, so that's a plus. The Kha'Zix was put down really low. And this is why our composition is actually, I would think, in favor of us, because we are much more tanky. You can see in terms of build path, Malphite is going AP. He has Electrocute. Alistar is the only real frontline on their team. And for my side, we have Xin Zhao to initiate. He is kind of tanky as well. And yeah, so nothing too much going on. Clear out the wave already. And you know, can't really duel with the Aery Soul. Of course I win in my trades. Nami sent a very interesting wave here. And yeah, not the best. Maybe she thought that I want to go for it, and I didn't really want to go for it, so yeah, it's kind of strange. Anyhow, back to this. In low elo, for the most part, you just farm it out really. So you can see that there's nothing much going on. No dragons at this current moment, no Baron as well, so just gonna farm it up. We are basically ahead of the enemy team. We can always go for an engage, but in this elo, you know, you're just afraid, right? I'm afraid things will happen, really, because I don't know if my team will come and engage with me. And Singe does land the the root or the grounding thing. And he did pop his auto as well. Unfortunately, we don't actually go in here. So actually it went pretty far out. Can't really catch him really, and that's kind of interesting, obviously. But Rift Arrow has been summoned in top lane, which is kind of strange. But it was released, and here comes the dragon. So it's another dragon fight now. We are very much ahead of everything, and all we need to do is just go in really. And if you go in, our jungler has the advantage as well. It has a smite. He is 2 levels ahead, so I just out on the spot. I unfortunately didn't get it, but because I was cancelled. But somehow our Xin Zhao also didn't get it as well. So basically this is, yeah, just poor smite skills really. The Kha'Zix already missed. It was at 97 HP. So I don't know, man. Nothing much to say here. We just win the fight otherwise. And in the end, because yeah, I mean we're just really farmed at this point. We've been winning every single team fight for the most part, especially from the early skirmish. Unfortunately, we've been losing all the objectives, and this is kind of a little bit of concern. Of course, we do the Rift Herald, but you can see the difference it makes. Obviously, they're still able to put up a pretty decent fight with 2 dragon buffs. But now with that, my jungle decides to split push, which I don't think is really the right thing to do, because everyone knows where your location is. With the Baron alive, it's not really the best play. And Xin just walked past. He did not ward there, so we have no idea, but he is looking for opportunities. And yes, you can see this is basically what happens when you are split pushing, right? And he was basically very tilted. So first thing, rule number 1 of jungle, after all, from me playing jungle for very long. Okay, this is just retarded. I'm trying to, try to save my Nami really. You do manage to save it. A lot of ultimates burned, especially on the enemy side. They burned the L star, they burned the Ezreal ultimate, and our team, we burned the Nami also as well. But otherwise it's okay. The Nami is gonna die, and it's not great. Somehow the Singed went in. This is just I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So yeah, I should have just backed off here. Our team just split up everywhere. Can't leave any near. And Malphite comes in with his ultimate as well. It's like crazy. They're trying to get everything, and they clean up all of us, and everyone's gonna die. Yeah, so not the best. Obviously, this is basically, what happened really is all that happened was that one comp from earlier that snowballed all the way in terms of mentality. I mean, we are all leading in terms of gold, and then now the gold lead is still there. It's just smaller. So what I want to say first, obviously, is that people make wrong calls at times, right? And it's not unnatural or even uncommon, because everyone's human, right? You make a call, someone doesn't turn out the way it is, get on with it. It's a game, and the game's not over yet. It's not lost until it's lost. So don't just suck all the way and refuse to listen to calls and all. So this is basically what's happening with my jungler really. I mean, we're ahead. I mean, we're playing as a duo with friends, but come on, that's really a huge mentality issue, which is basically preventing people from doing well, even though you're ahead, especially. And this is very important, especially in competitive play, which I was fortunate to be in part of for some minor leagues really. So anyway, once again we are waiting around. We have Baron yet again, that's up, but you can see our team actually split up all the way, and this is not good. So Xin is actually caught out here. He's 1v1ing the Z, which is kind of funny really. I was looking for an opportunity whether I should out or not, but the whole team just made it, and he did manage to get out alive, so I think that's fine. So as we mentioned, the draft is actually in our favor. There's a huge knockup by the Nami bubble, and we're just gonna go all in, and that's basically a good catch, right? And here you can see Xin Zhao went all the way there, so that's definitely his mistake over there, because otherwise we could have just won it easily. So Alistar takes a lot of damage, but his ultimate saved him. Huge amount of damage reduction really. So so actually we have the dragon actually. If the Xin Zhao didn't go all the way in really, we get 1 kill and we get everything sold, we should be able to take the dragon. But you can see how he's been missing every single smite so far in this fight. So We just our idea is really to play around team fights instead and try to win those. So we try to win the fight, you know, don't hit the dragon, don't help them leave, so to speak. And as for me, I'm just gonna go back. You can see my item build is pretty standard. I have a Rod of Ages, I have Liandry's, I have Rylai's Crystal Scepter, and it's pretty standard. We see our team is gonna look for engage. I call for them to engage, and fortunately he actually listens this time. So I'm just gonna jump in here because of Alistar, and this is why basically Galio is really good with the Xin Zhao. Obviously our team still loses the dragon in the end, but we're gonna win this fight really bad. I mean, look at all this damage. We're gonna pick off everybody. We do get Ezreal, Kha'Zix left behind, Malphite left behind. We have everyone alive on our team. This is basically a perfect time for us to do Baron. So I'm just gonna call for it. And you can see what our jungler is doing, right? I mean, that's basically what happens when you're so tilted that you can't think properly anymore, right? You still want to go for it. Our team is going ping for Baron, right? And we're gonna go for it no matter what because it's just a Kha'Zix and a Malphite. They can't do it over us, of course. I'm just gonna clear out the area using a sweeper, clear out the blast cone. My team Xin is gonna put a ward over the wall. I'm gonna put one more in the bush. So we have vision everywhere, and we see that no one's really gonna contest from this corner. So we do get the Baron in the end. Xin Zhao didn't make it in the end, but he used his ultimate, so that's kind of funny, really. But at this point, I do pick up Oblivion Orb, which is a component item for Morellonomicon, that green book thingy. I'm not sure if I pronounced it right. Kha'Zix did manage to get a free tower on it, so he did manage to trade pretty nicely. But this is a kind of ballsy play by Ezreal already. He did Arcane Shift right on in time. But we do manage to scare them away, and what we're gonna do right now is just gonna use a 1-3-1 pushing method. Pretty standard. I was just typing, telling them, let's do 1-3-1. Very straightforward. Gonna go for it. And here we go. Just gonna clear out the waves. Our team is just kind of standing around, you know, not really entirely engaging, but our team comes in. We do knock up onto the Alistar, we do get it. The Malphite comes in as well, he's jumping to his death. We do manage to get the Aery soul as well. Lucian gets the Ezreal, a huge fight that broke out really, and with only Kha'Zix left, you know how Kha'Zix is, right? He's just terrible at clearing waves, he can't defend waves at all. So yeah, it's pretty much game really. I did manage to get Stasis this game, but I didn't really use it too much. Probably should have used it anyway, because that would be a huge blow to the Kha'Zix. But in the end, it was not really necessary, but GG, well played. So, very, kind of, honestly, it's pretty a straightforward game. If you ask me, like, if I would tell you, like, straight up, this is really actually not a difficult game. We did manage to get first rotation right. We did get a comms right. The Sin really helped us out over there with the rotation, and I went over there. So we get a 2-0 lead, and then it was just basically smooth sailing on from there. It's just that the problem is, because of that one call where we say after we want to fight to go for the dragon, our team kind of split up really. If all 5 of us just do the dragon, we definitely would have won that. But that didn't really turn out that way, and because of that, my jungler just kind of was very pissed for the whole match, which kind of sucks really, because you can't really help when someone's mentality is down that way. You can see how many objectives we lost. We lost on the dragons. We were always ahead really, but all those big things that we lost, plus all the weird moves that came out just because of the tilt, it's definitely, you know, it should be a graph that's going up all the way. So that's what to really look out for. Obviously, if you have any suggestions, please do let me know, because I'm not really I don't really play any other roles other than jungle for the most part. Of course I can play them, but it's not at the level at which I can play jungle, because I have a lot more experience in that area. But do let me know how I did here and any improvements to be made, and also if you want, you can share some tips as to how you can do well in terms of mentality and getting back from setbacks, such as, you know, losing dragons, losing objectives. You know, my personal idea is just, you know, it's just one thing, just move on to the next one and look forward from there. And that has helped me in a lot of games, and hopefully it will help you in your games as well, especially since I am aware and patch 2.4 has brought around pretty interesting matchmaking. So anyway, for everyone out there, stay safe, take care.